I'm back the morning after going through the ringer, having just discovered I'm some kind of ancient muse, and guess who shows up at my apartment uninvited, poking around the kitchen like he's considering an investment. This idol's name is Pan, and I don't know what his deal is. He's a bit too smooth. He seems to know a bit too much that he isn't saying, and just happened to know where to point me, which he offered for a price, of course. This one's shady, folks. I can just guess what kind of favor he's going to want. Yeah, I don't really like owing people like that favors. Muse's hideaway. Why do I feel like I'm gonna run into Persephone here then? Or it could surprise us and
it's open.
have someone else.
That's not a good sign.
I feel good that I'm not locked into always going the clever trait. I
This
can
is
still...
Calliope's apartment? I don't know what I was expecting, but not this.
I can still
Hello?
hit on the other trait responses
Sure, Grace,
too.
good job. Just announce to the killer that you're here. I better have a look around.
Cool. Yeah, I'm glad we have that freedom because people are not just one note. See what I did there? They're not just one note. Like they might have a primary personality or a primary trait, but that doesn't mean that they don't dabble in the other traits here and then, depending on what the situation is, which makes them very more full person. So I like that, even though I was clever in my traits primarily, that I was essentially throughout that entire last song, I was picking between the aggressive and the charming responses. Guitar, light, elegant painting, Warhol painting, drums, Elvis picture, harp, instrument. Instrument? What instrument? Which instrument? Which instrument? Okay. I mean, the piano? Why is this called instrument and then you have a guitar, drums, and harp? Well, I'm gonna go check out the instrument. It's the last item on the list, so I'm gonna check it out.
So many instruments in here. Did she play all of them?
Plus, I'm a muse. I'd be drawn to the instruments first, I would think. Well, I like art, too. Instruments and the arts. Guitar, the Warhol painting, the Elvis... Let's go to the Elvis picture.
I want to believe this is just an ironic photo of Elvis and she wasn't, like, his muse, or...
The light? The light? Sure, the light.
After Calliope left the audition, where did she go? Did she follow me? Did she come here?
How about the... harp? I like the harp.
Giant harp. Of course there's a giant harp.
How about the elegant painting? Or the Warhol painting? Warhol painting.
Andy Warhol, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder how many celebrities she knew.
Elegant painting.
Did she paint that? Looks like it belongs in a museum.
I can see we can go upstairs now. Guitar?
Damn, look at that. That's beautiful. How do you even get one of these?
I'm wondering if spending extra time exhausting everything downstairs will impact the game. Like, will it cut me off earlier because I spent more time looking down here?
Right. These aren't... Do I inherit these as the new muse? Is that even okay to ask?
I mean, that makes sense, honestly.
I don't see anything useful down here. Maybe there's something upstairs? Oh man, keep it together, Grace. It's just your average, everyday...
Who's in here?
There were only 3 muses, you know, not 9.
Abs-pollo.
Whenever they found someone who made something truly masterful or created a new art form, they'd pass on their idol on. take a new name. You see, that's how the mortals became confused. They got it wrong. Like they got almost everything about us wrong.
You scared me. I'm gonna say, no, you're Apollo.
Apollo, right? God of prophecy? One of the chorus.
Sometimes I am, yes.
Sometimes?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Are you part-time
means-
Apollo?
It means sometimes I just feel like an old man who's lost too many friends.
Oh, the puppy
If I
dog.
may ask,
The puppy dog
how
boyfriend.
did you find this place? And what are you doing here?
Puppy dog with baggage. I'm such a sucker for those kind of guys. Pan told me about it. I need answers. You're not just here to grieve. I'll be clever.
I could ask you the same question.
I told you why.
I know what you said, but look around. This office has been tossed. Someone searched this place from top to bottom.
Someone. Abs.
With this? It was like this when I got here.
Do
And
I
you didn't
trust
think that was in the least bit strange?
Do I trust that?
I can't help you, Grace. I wish I could. You deserve better.
Can you tell me about Calliope? There could be a clue here. Why can't you help me? Why'd you speak up for me? I actually want to know that. Why did you speak up for me?
I should thank you for, speaking up for me.
It wasn't right, what they were doing.
It still isn't. I still need help.
I'm not disputing that, Grace. I just don't think that I'm the one to help you.
Well, why not? Why can't you help me?
Why can't you help me exactly? Pan said there's no specific rule against it.
You've already met Pan?
Yeah,
How odd.
I kicked him to the curb right now,
It's not that I'm forbidden to help you, Grace. It's that you don't want my help.
Well, what if I do?
You have to know more than me about almost everything.
My help will only make things worse.
Oh,
How is that
bother.
possible? I've been sentenced to death.
Yes.
And without my help, you stand a chance of avoiding that fate.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to play that game. There could be a clue here, though.
So you didn't mess up the room, but someone must have. There could be a clue.
No, nothing that I've seen. All this mess, as you put it, is likely the result of her projects.
Her projects?
When Calliope got an idea in her head, she would obsess over it, sometimes for months, even years. I don't know what she was involved with lately, but this... for her, this is nothing.
Can you tell me about Calliope? I barely knew her, but she seemed
She was a beautiful soul, if troubled.
troubled.
She thought the idols had lost their way. She argued with us, with all of us, that we needed to change. We hadn't spoken in years. I hadn't seen her home before today. I'd rather not talk about it.
Oh my. How do I know you're not the killer? So you won't help me at all?
So let me get this straight. You'll speak up for me, but you won't lift a finger to help.
You don't want me to do more.
Well,
You
I'm
keep
not.
saying
it's
that,
not up
but it
to
doesn't
you.
make any sense.
Yes.
If you didn't want to help, that'd be one thing. But insisting I don't want you to? Why not?
Oh, okay. Are we gonna sing about it? I'm gonna make you sing about it, Abs. Show me, tell me your emotions. What are you feeling?
I can't do this.
Well, sing about it then. Don't you want the truth? Can you handle the truth? Can you handle me, Abs?
Calliope was clearly important to you. Don't you want to know the truth?
Of course I do.
Then what's the problem? Don't do it for me. Do it for her.
All right, let's do it. Let's sing about it. Succumb to me,
I
Abs.
haven't sung in centuries.
Well, you know what?
According to Pan, I can't force anyone to do anything.
But you're gonna do it because you want to. Yay! You're gonna do it with with Apollo. All right, let's see what you got. Is it Matt Mercer?
Phantom pains, from a missing friend.
Is this Troy singing?
Feeding thoughts,
I know he can sing.
thoughts that never end. What did I do? What didn't I do? Here she is, only in your head. Long gone fights, but they're never dead. What did I do? What didn't I do?
Calliope.
Turn on that charm,
What was
Grace.
she to you?
Turn on that charm.
Years, thousands of years, we walked side by side.
Woo! Woo!
Tried,
Woo!
said there's other paths.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Oh yes.
walk the same, never the same. I have roads I like.
Oh, I need to sing this song. I need this track.
Smooth, paved in stone. She got tired of our divide. We weren't the same, never the same.
You held fast. What's that about?
Stubborn me, thought I'd wait her out. Usually, she'd come back to me. You see, she'd return. We'd do that old dance, knowing both there was not a chance that I would change. But she never came.
Years, thousands of years, and now you're left behind. Your mind still hears her say, break from the same, never the same. Listen to her, break from the same, never the same.
But I've tried.
Never with me.
Yes. Never with me.
We haven't tried.
Try, Abs. Try with me. We can do this.
Let's see.
Tell me if it's too hard. If I pushed you too far, just say.
It's okay. She's gone. Can't be the same. Never the same. That hidden voice, it'll always play on a loop. It'll always say, what did I do? What didn't I do?
It's a song you can't erase, but you can make a tiny space for what you will do. Something new.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Very well, I'll help.
Good.
Though I'm uncertain what you expect me to do.
Athena called you the god of prophecy, didn't she? Isn't that telling the future?
Right.
Prophecy is the last thing you need, Grace.
Sounds like it'd be useful. There you go again. Can you explain why?
It'd be helpful if you could explain why, exactly. This is all new to me, remember?
Pretty please.
Yes,
Abs?
of course, that's true.
Oh my God, I love
So
this.
easy to forget that.
That's
To
a good-
receive
I
a
like
prophecy
that.
is not simply to be told what might happen, it's to be told what will happen. To know a prophecy is to be bound to its outcome.
Interesting.
Only in ignorance is one free
So
to
I don't want
choose.
you to tell me Right, I see, I see. So as soon as I'm aware of the prophecy, it's locked in. As long as I'm ignorant of it, then it's fine. That's interesting. It's interesting how that works. That doesn't sound helpful. You're talking about fate. Yeah, you're talking about
You're
fate.
talking about fate, aren't you? Destiny.
I am.
Okay.
I can't say I've ever believed in fate.
You probably didn't believe in magic either, but here we are.
Oh, I like you.
That's a
I like
good
you,
point.
Abs.
My power is to pick at the strands of fate and make a single path clear. But in doing so, all other paths vanish.
Interesting. I don't know if
Worse,
I would want that.
prophecies are never crystal clear. Sometimes you won't understand the full meaning until it's too late.
Okay, that's fine. How is that a power? So I'm doomed. Can you help another way?
Okay, is there anything you can do that isn't prophecy related?
Not directly, but yes, possibly.
Okay.
Come with me. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Okay.
This is where you live?
Oh, yes, sometimes. And excuse the mess. I don't get many visitors.
Not much of a bachelor pad. Aren't idols rich? No kidding. It's fine. Aren't idols rich?
Are idols broke? In all those years, you couldn't save up enough money to afford a housekeeper?
You know, I guess I never worried about it much. Maybe I should.
You said I'm here to meet someone?
Ah, yes. Do you know what an oracle is?
Doesn't she tell the future? A fortune teller? Like the Oracle of Delphi?
You mean like the Oracle of Delphi? People went to ask her questions, I think, or was that just another story?
Oh, you know about that. Okay. Well, that'll make this easier.
I'm smart. I'm really glad
There
I
have
have this
been
straight.
many oracles over the ages. They serve as a sort of conduit for my powers. This allows them to offer insight, knowledge they have no earthly means to possess. There's always been one. Over the ages, no matter where I go, one manages to find me.
Meaning
Okay.
there's an oracle here.
There is.
What?
I've brought
Oh.
someone to see you.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a magic fortune cookie. Is that what Paul told you?
Paul?
Oracle's my handle. And even if I was the Oracle, I'm certainly not his Oracle.
Lovely to meet you. Are you sure? I didn't know.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know. He said you might.
Oh, I know what he said. Paul thinks just because I crash here, he can interrupt me whenever he pleases.
I mean,
Look, I'm sure he told you all sorts of nonsense. I use computers. I'm a hacker. That's it.
I ask very little of you, Oracle. Your help here would be appreciated.
Fine. Don't get your abs in a twist.
I'm sure Grace wouldn't mind getting her twisted in those
so
abs.
Paul brought you all this way just to see little old me?
Paul, I
What's
like
on your
that.
mind, sis?
You keep calling him Paul. You live here? You're good with computers? You keep calling
you
him
keep
Paul.
saying Paul. Do you mean Apollo?
Yeah, I know. Apollo, if that is his real name, says he's a god of prophecy, blah, 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 blah.
But you don't believe him.
Believe him? Who'd believe that? It's super weird, but he's a decent guy.
That's all I wanna
so
know.
He can be Apollo if he wants, but I just can't call him that.
You live here?
Do you live here?
I crash here, yeah. Better here than home.
She showed up one day, as the oracles do. Naturally, she is welcome to stay as long as she likes.
And see the way he talks. I thought maybe he was a creepiverse, but nah. Paul's aight.
The highest of praise.
He'd be more alright if he did some laundry.
Ew. Come on, Paul. You're good with computers.
So you're an oracle who uses the internet, huh?
Like I said, it's my handle, and yeah. It's a sweet setup, huh? Some of it's even legit.
Oh, nice.
The parts I purchased for her, presumably.
Bargain for, fair and square. And I keep telling you to get me an Ethernet cable.
I don't know what that is.
It's the 21st century, Paul. And your 21st century Oracle needs her some download speed, okay?
How well do you know Paul?
Tell me, is Apollo always so...
Handsome?
Incredibly emo? Like a sack stuffed with sad?
No, like a snack. A snack
I
stuffed
am
with abs.
standing right here.
Don't get me wrong. It grows on you after a while.
I'm sure
Grace.
it does.
Surely this is not what you came for.
This is fun.
Oh, I don't know. It's cute watching you get all flustered.
Yeah.
It's hardly productive.
Yeah,
See, there
I
you
might
go
die. I might die in a week, you know?
Get a room. A different room.
Let's get a room. I might die in a week, Paul. Come on. You know, I'm allowed. I'm allowed if I'm gonna die soon.
I'm looking for information about someone named Calliope. Can you help?
Oh, the lady from that apartment I sent Paul to. Yeah, I've been checking that out.
What did I tell you?
I looked
did I
it
tell
up.
you?
You could do the same if you learned to use a computer.
Well,
Here, hold up, I'll show you. There. The apartment was originally purchased 2 years ago by a holding company, Core with a K Enterprises.
core with a K.
Oh, I see. That would be Persephone.
Right. The one from the chorus. Is that a surprise? I knew it. I knew it, actually.
Knew it. All that rage back at the chorus had to be an act. She's involved in this somehow.
I realized Persephone was angry, but I didn't know she and Calliope were friends. How strange. The good news is that Persephone is easy to find. I can take you to her if you like.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. You're helping me now? Will there be trouble? I'd rather go alone. Will there be trouble? You're helping me now?
Whatever happened to, I can't help you, Grace. I'll just make it worse, Grace.
I admit, you've got me curious.
Good. Curious
Great!
is good.
We're all done now.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go,
Thank
baby.
you for your help, Oracle.
Let's go,
Please,
baby.
do try to get out from behind your screens at least once today. Perhaps go for a walk.
Yeah, sure, will do. Leave a tip on your way out.
Leave a tip? Yeah, sure. I'll leave a tip. It doesn't even give us a choice. So that's Persephone's calling card, huh? Okay. Let's take a look at the journal. See which ones have changed. Probably not. Calliope was the one of the three idols called the Muses. The last one still living, according to Apollo. Once they were his constant companions, but in the last years they grew apart. Calliope was angry at how the idols had lost their way and apparently argued with everyone a lot. Which doesn't sound like the Calliope I met at all. If it's true, it means she wasn't the most popular idol, and there are maybe more suspects than I imagined. I visited Calliope's apartment. It was gorgeous, filled with every musical instrument you could imagine, and memorabilia dating back, I don't know, 100 years or more? She had everything she could ever possibly want or need at her fingertips. Is this what it means to be the muse? I went to Calliope's apartment, and who should I find there? Abs-pollo. Paul, sitting here in the dark, in a room that had obviously turned inside out by somebody searching for something. He says he didn't do it, and that he was there mourning Calliope. They were close for a long time, it seems, but a rift began between them a couple of years ago that never quite healed. Was it the kind of rift that might lead to her murder? For one, he keeps saying that helping me will do more harm than good. What does that even mean? According to him, his prophecies lock you into your fate as soon as you hear them, which could be good or bad, I guess. Apparently they're not always 100% clear, so maybe he's right, maybe it's better to not know. Thankfully, Apollo did have another way to help me, namely through a teenage computer whiz who lives in his dump of a home, the Oracle, or just Oracle, as she insists that's just her handle. She found out that Calliope's apartment was owned by Persephone, which we already knew. Pan already said that was owned by Persephone. So we're off to her nightclub to ask why. to ask her why. According to the Oracle, Persephone owns the apartment Calliope was living in. So they knew each other? They were close? I guess she's next on my list of idols to talk to, though I have a feeling she's not going to be very happy to see me. I really want to bust out into a rock ballad with her. 100%. Alright, let's go to the that makes sense. The god of the underworld. Goddess of the underworld. This is, I'm really liking this vibe. Yep, there we go. Let's rock it out. Aggressive, be aggressive, be
Welcome to the underworld.
Aggressive.
Wow. How have I never heard of this place?
Persephone keeps it a secret, while still managing to draw a crowd every night. Don't ask me how. Here in the underworld, idols can be themselves, even if they don't look human.
There's Pan. Not your kind of place? Is it dangerous? Odd place to find Persephone. Not your
Do
kind
you
of
come
place.
here often?
No. Persephone and I aren't friends.
Is she friends with anyone?
Not many, no. Except Calliope, apparently.
Apparently.
If we're to find Persephone in all this, we'll need to split up.
No, I'd have to split up.
Have you considered what you'll say to her?
Can't I simply ask her? I'll fight her if I have to. I'll be persuasive. Can't I simply
You don't
ask
think
her?
I could just ask her about it?
Not if she doesn't want to talk to you. She may need a nudge.
I'll make her
You need
think
to be
about
prepared
it.
to use your powers, as you did with me.
Mm-hmm.
Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
Bye, Paul. Bye, Paul. Talk to Apollo. Talk to Eros. Eros? Talk to Hermes. Talk to Pan. Let's talk to Eros. We haven't talked to Eros at all. Let's talk to him first. Then I'll talk to Apollo. Wait, no. Let's talk to Apollo first. I don't want to like lose every single opportunity I can talk to Apollo. I'm gonna talk to him. Hey, it's not. I know I just spoke
I
with
thought
you.
this would be easier, but it's as if Persephone left instructions to thwart me. Every staff member I approach screams and runs off. I hope your search has been more successful.
Can you tell me about Persephone? This isn't your kind of place, is it?
You don't come here often, I'm guessing?
Never. I'm sure Persephone only sent the membership as a formality. I doubt she thought I'd ever use it.
Don't you ever have fun? No drinking or dancing in Apollo land?
Apollo Land?
Once. When I had the muses to keep me company.
Grace would love to play in Apollo Land. Maybe not right now, but later. Apollo Land sounds fun. I'll keep you company in Apollo Land.
I'm a muse now. I can keep you company.
Nothing would make me happier. But you do have a predicament to solve first.
It wasn't a no. We got our foot in the door. It wasn't a no. Can you tell me about Persephone?
It might help if I knew more about Persephone.
It couldn't hurt. What would you like to know, exactly?
My Greek mythology is a little rusty, but isn't Persephone the one who was kidnapped?
Oh, you know about that. What else do you know?
Just that Persephone was a sweet girl and Hades, Lord of
Hades.
the Underworld, swept her off to the land of the dead.
Without so much as a by your leave, yes. Her mother, Demeter, was so
Demeter.
enraged she blanketed the world in ice, rendering it barren and infertile. Zeus was forced to act. He decreed that Persephone would be shared between Demeter and Hades, and thus the matter was resolved.
It's joint custody.
Well, you asked. That's her story, as the mortals tell it.
How much of that is true?
So tell me, how much of Persephone's legend is true?
Well, let's see. Hades did kidnap Persephone. That certainly did happen. The idols almost went to war over it until Zeus intervened and ordered Hades and Persephone to wed. That quieted things. At least until Persephone killed Hades.
Persephone killed Hades. Wow.